after you're still in the relationship for 3 years relationship, you're still in it, but you're starting to have mixed feelings. So, what do you do?
Yeah, so the fact is, love is unconditional. Well, as human beings, we tend to grow out of love. Probably due to what we have seen somewhere else or in someone else. So, and this is like the global world now, so even love can be bought. So you might have been in love with someone or might have been in a relationship and in love with that person. So, but in time you tend to lose, should I say focus, or you grow out of love due to probably you've seen what you think is a better life.
What's the answer to the question?
So I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So I think you should probably concentrate on having to leave both parties and then try and see the better side of both parties, and then you go to the best one.
Basically, the question is, if you're in a relationship for 3 years and you suddenly start to develop mixed feelings, what do I do? Now, I feel that to every problem there's a cause, yeah? So what you're supposed to first do is to find out the cause of the distraction. Now, for example, perhaps you're in love with someone for 2 years, it's like everything is rosy, and subsequently you begin to get tired of maybe one particular routine that you've been trying to put up with in the beginning of the relationship. And I believe that over time, as you guys are growing, you're meant to get better and make him or her understand, okay, these are ways we could grow, these are ways we can become better. So if those things are in, for instance, I'm dating a guy, I don't like an alcoholic person, and because I'm kind of attracted to you, I want to continually manage, and then 2 years I begin to see someone who isn't into the alcohol thing, and I start to develop feelings because naturally I'm really not in for alcohol. You did, and so I have practically left. You understand? So the spark you get in the beginning of something with someone is not the same spark that keeps you going. So if you realize that, okay, you become transfixed, you get to a spot where something begins to waver you, now it's time for you to take a pause and question yourself, okay, what's making me go off guard? Is this something that must be addressed, that if I do not address it, it's going to ensure that my ship becomes drowned? But if it's something we can fix, I believe that when you go back to fixing that thing, because initially there must be something that brought you guys together, then because you've tackled that problem, for the first time you realize that you've gotten your priorities right, and the next time something like that is happening, it's coming your way, you feel, oh, I'm in this relationship because of this particular thing, and so that goal becomes something that covers you above every other challenge that tends to present itself. So I don't know if I've answered your question. What you are supposed to do is, to take a chill pill and, critically examine where you are. And then if you feel that it's something that cannot be tackled, I feel that if it's time for a breakup, you should be able to tell. You know when you're tired of something, except you just want to manage. So if it's time for change, after this analysis, you would know. If it's time for a fix, after this analysis, you would know. The key is being truthful to yourself, and that's it.
To what she said, I think she needs two things: communication and patience. I think she has to communicate with her partner that after finding out what the problem is, she has to talk with her partner that, babe, this is what is happening, I don't like it, if there's any way I can fix it. So the response from her partner will now determine if she's going to be patient for a change or she has to leave.
So I don't feel she should. If she actually truly likes him, there's a difference between to like someone and to love someone. So if she feels that she doesn't love the person anymore, or even the person that is distracting her, maybe she sees something like she did last 3 years ago that got her attracted to that person. So to me, she should ask herself that truly is it love? Or if she's confused, then I would advise her, if probably she's a Christian, then she should actually pray.
Infatuation or lust. And when the relationship is built on lust, it's just about this person is sexy, I want to have sex with this person. That's the major thing that's on the parties' minds. When it's based on infatuation, it's more materialistic. Maybe the way the person dresses, the style, the person is rich, classy, and flashy. But when it's love, it's a deeper feeling that actually comes from God. Now, it is actually possible that you could be in love with someone and you could get distracted by an infatuation with another person. So this is very likely the position I'm taking for the question, that you're in love with someone for 3 years and you're starting to lose feelings. Those feelings you're losing are probably coming from a distraction from somewhere else, or you, the individual, are not meeting up on your two-way street. Your party is probably doing his or her own part, as the case may be, and then you yourself are not doing as much. That's why the feelings are being lost. So it still brings us back to the individual. You yourself need to check yourself and then figure out, is it from me that these feelings are being lost, or is it I'm not getting a vibe from this other person? If it's from the other person, then you know that it's on the other side of the street. Then if it's on your side, you know that you just need to brush up on yourself. There's a notion that people have sometimes that love me for who I am. That doesn't work, my brother. That doesn't work, my sister. Nobody's going to love you for who you are. You have to keep constantly developing yourself physically, mentally, sexually, financially, always, so that you can continue to be relevant to your partner. So I think it is possible, yes, to lose feelings, but then it is also possible to spice things up, try new things that will continue to help you maintain those feelings that originally were there.
I simply want to say a few things. Firstly, I tell young people, I'm going to say things in a different way. I'm going to come in from different way, both from personal experiences. I tell people, love is beyond loving someone unconditionally. Love is commitment. And if you can't commit yourself in a relationship, that means to an extent you're not yet mature to be in a serious relationship. Like the rabbi said, he said love is based on 3 things. If you want to be in your love, be ready to be committed, no matter what. If you're having mixed feelings, that means you are not committed. Prior entering a relationship, you should ask yourself, what do I really want in this relationship? Is everything okay? If this thing starts losing out, if I start losing these things, will I still love this person? Now, if you're not committed in that relationship, you will easily pull out. So if you are in a relationship, you should have this in mind that I want to be committed. First of all, you check the person. Can I last long with this person? Like for me now, personal experience, during my college days at the university, I never had any serious relationship. Though people were dating me. It's a kind of funny. Yes. You know what? I'll tell you, people are dating me. And if you are dating me, another person, I ask myself, who's that one? The reason is because I see how people slow down in academics. Relationship can make you start performing below your expectation when you start having challenges in your relationship. So I decided that anything serious relationship in this college, I'm not in for it. Even some people, when they ask who is your girlfriend, she's in Lagos, no girlfriend. I don't just want to be in a serious relationship. But then sometimes, some people we can go out, and sometimes because of my character, I have a type of character like I welcome people. So when you see me, you think I'm too friendly, but I'm not friendly. I'm not friendly. Even when I tell some people I love you, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. When I mean I don't mean it. I need to be sincere on this case. Where did you love me? I love you.
You don't mean it, bro. It's fake.
Listen, the love we're talking about now is serious relationship love. You want to be with someone. When I say I love you, you think maybe your head starts swelling. Okay, sorry, on your own. You might be dating me. I'm not dating you. Because my come one day, say, who is this person? I say, who are you? So, on this note, when you're in a relationship and you're having mixed feelings, you need to examine yourself. Examine yourself. First of all, what brought me into this relationship? Has things changed? If you have asked yourself this question and you feel like, The relationship has changed me totally. It has made me lose things. Possibly, you can stop. Because in a relationship, you need to grow. If you're not growing, then you should stop.
Having mixed feelings in your relationship after 3 years, I'll be making 3 points. And those 3 points are reflection, communication, and action. So now, you've been dating this guy for 3 years. According to the wise one, who said, when you love someone, you don't have a reason to love. You just can't explain it. But when you're infatuated to someone, maybe the way he dresses, the kind of haircut. Someone once told me, yeah, I like you because you have beards. And she always liked people because of one thing, and when it gets that, maybe you have a pink lips, I just want to kiss you, and after that, it's gone. Something like that. And some people, you say you love someone because you just want to have sex with that person. So, reflection, you first reflect, what got me into this in the first place? Is it infatuation? Is it love or lust? So when you get that, you reflect on it. Why am I in this relationship? Okay, is it actually my fault? Is there anything that guy is doing that make me like him and he's not doing it again? Then it's infatuation. If you just like him naturally, okay, what is it that is getting me back? What am I thinking? Is there a distraction? Is there anything? Okay, now if you find out the problem is not, the problem is not possibly from you, because it might be from you and you don't know it's from you. You might not see yourself. There is something they call see finish. You know if you see yourself finish. Now another person will see you. Say, oh guy, there is something changing about you. You might not really realize on time. So now, if you realize this problem is not actually coming from me, maybe coming from my partner, then that is when communications come in. Because if you don't communicate in relationship, the relationship will not go far. You can be in a distant relationship and still be in love for a very long time if there's constant communication, you understand yourself. It is when you communicate, you know what's actually breaking you down, what's breaking your partner down. But if you don't communicate, you don't get to know your partner well. So now when you communicate, you say, okay, there's something about you that's breaking this relationship apart. Then you now want to take action. So before you take action, you make decision. Are you ready for this? Are you in for it? Do you want to go for that? Do you want to go for that? Because love is not enough. You have to tolerate your partner. You have to be patient. You need to take some things in. At times you give yourself some pain because you want to make it work. But if you feel like you can't continue giving yourself that pain, you can't make it work anymore. That's when you take action, either to just stop the relationship, because a relationship that will not help your mental health, I won't advise anyone to go into it. So when you start having mixed feelings, you reflect on it. Then after reflection, you communicate with your partner. If it's not working, you think you want to give up, then you take action, either to break up or continue. So that's my point on that.